Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Enchanted Forhāxa Tarot by MJ Cullinane. As you know, I'm a huge fan of hers and this has been on the fence. I go to it, I go away from it, I go to it, I go away from it. Something's drawing me to it, so I'm ready to explore and see what that is. It's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful box. It says, get lost in the land of fairies to find your magic. From the creator of the Crow Tarot, 78 card and guidebook invites you to step through a portal into the mystical world of Forhāxa, named for Swedish word meaning to enchant. Inspired by Norse folktales and fairy lore, the earthly rich detailed illustrations bring the fairies, mermaids, heroes, and villains of this deck to life. The traditional tarot suits are replaced by fire, water, air, and earth, grounding the power of this deck not in man-made items, but in the foundational elements of nature. So it's MJ Cullinane, and then the cover design is Nick C. Welch. And this is Hay House. I know she's gone independent on her printing, and I think some of them are still through mass market, but I think she's trying to get away from that. I'm not quite sure. Beautiful deck, rose petal finish. Deck, I keep saying deck, box. It is stuck. It is a, so there's no tabs on it. It's a sturdy box. Oh, goodness. There we go. Oh, nothing's going to fall out of it, that's for sure. So we have the inside, this beautiful, like sage green, a wild and magical realm hidden deep in the forest where shadows mingle with sunlight, fairies flutter, and mermaids swim. There's the book, and it's substantial. And there's the cards, the inside, and the beautiful. Again, there's something about this. And I don't know what it is, but we will see. Here's the guidebook. The introduction. We have preparing to use your deck. We have card spreads. This is yes, no, maybes. So it's got all the yeses listed, it's got the no's listed, and the maybes is listed. Single card pull for advice, quick like a fairy spread of influencing energy, situation, external influence, and advice. Questions from the major arcana. Like if you pull one card, that's pretty cool if you just do the major arcana. So then you have no pictures with it, but you have each of the Council of Monarchs. Interesting. Wow, interesting. Yeah, the Empress and the Council of Monarchs, which would be the Emperor, right? The Hierophant. Anyway, we won't go through it all. Fire. We have something here. We have a picture. We have for the elements, the water, and then the fire. That was pretty. Where it went. Maybe it has to be it. Fire, water, air, and then earth. Beautiful. So it is 19 pages, 120 pages, and it talks about the author, MJ Cullinane. Okay. Wow. Exciting. And here it is. Thick deck. It reminds me of oh, I can't think of the name of that deck. Let's see. It is, nope, here. oops, as I drop it all. It reminds me of the Radiant Wise Tarot. But I almost think this might be thicker. It is. Wow. Okay, let's go to the Crow Tarot then and see if it's thick like that. Sorry, I didn't expect it to be so so big. Where's Crow? There we are. Sorry. Okay. It's probably wider. Yeah, it's wider than the Crow too. Look at that. It's like an oracle size deck. It's really big. Okay. It's cardstock is kind of thick. The backs, and they're reversible. I'm not sure if she does reverses. I'll have to read in the book. All right, we have the Fool. That's beautiful. All the bees, the honey, and she's sitting on top of the hive. How smart is that? The bird's trying to warn her. I love her horns. And she's just smug. She's good. Magician. You have all the elements represented. The pentacles, the wands, the sword, and the cups. The black wings. I love the light on the wand, and I love that background. The High Priestess. The moon's at her feet instead of a moon. I don't know if those bother you. I mean, maybe not pick up the whole deck. You know, when they're spread out like that, it would bother me. She has red wings. She's got one foot in the water. Like Temperance. The Empress. Beautiful. Kind of the gold running through, definitely with child. The rabbits, fertility. The irises. Council of Monarchs. That's interesting. Yeah, so it's the Emperor. That's interesting. The Hierophant. Wow. I love this because I think of this as when you go in yourself, when you have to contemplate or think or have some alone time, and you could be working through something and you don't think anything's going on. Look at all the roots. There's growth. There's always growth there. The sun shining, you know, the stags over there. And there's growth. There's fire. The Lovers. That's interesting. The Chariot. That's a beautiful card. The fire, the lightning, the hare, the bird, the raven. That is stunning. That is beautiful. Strength. Of course, it's a mermaid and a dragon. I love that. The Hermit. That's beautiful, that night sky. Wheel of Fortune. Sorry I'm taking so long. I'm just mesmerized. That's beautiful. Justice. the Hanged Man. I love that. It's like a fallen angel, and there's, you know, if you go good and evil or whatever, good and bad, they have their claws on that person and they're trying to break free of that. How beautiful is that? Death. Oh, I love that. They look so kind and gentle. It's what I hope it's like anyway, right? Temperance. Wow. The devil. Oof. Took her wings. The tower. That's a great tower. Oops. It jumps at me. Good Lord. It reminds me of Mother Nature. You know, who's really in charge when it comes down to it? The star. I thought that was on the front of the deck. Oh, it's in the box. The front is Empress. Beautiful flowers, the irises, the tulips, the moon. Death is looking at her. The sun. Judgment. The world. And then we get into the suits. We have Ace of Fire. Two of Fire. Three. 4. 5. I'm not sure I want to be there, and I like snakes. 6. 7 of Fire. 8. It's a beautiful card. 9. Obviously, these are wands. I love the bow and arrow made of fire. I love that. I love the feather. Is that hawk? Someone can let me know. Look at the eyes. 10. Page. Knight. Queen. Is that a bee? No cat, I don't think. And the Queen of Wands with the cat. An elder. So no king. I don't believe I've seen a male in this card. In this deck. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Ace of Water, which is cups. That's beautiful. I love the purples. This is going to be so pretty on a layout. 3 of Water. 3 of Cups. 4. 5 of Cups. Choices. Decisions. 8 of Water. Look at all the growth around her. How beautiful. 9 of water. She almost looks like a Hindu goddess. The dragonflies. 10 of water. Wow. Page. Knight. Queen. And then the Elder of Water. Swords. Ace of Air. Commanding the dragons. It's Khaleesi. 2 of Air. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, that's a beautiful card. Look at the roots. 3 of Air. You know, I don't know if I'd recommend this for beginners, but I almost want to say if you're intuitive and you can glean things off the cards, it's stunning. Four of Air, all the snake skin. 5 of Air. 6. Instead of a boat, she's on a crow or a raven. 7. Ooh, 8. That is pretty chilling. 9. 10. Queen Bee. That's great. And there's our Elder. And then we have the Ace of Earth, or Pentacles. All those greens, the 2. Little fox, a 3. Everybody's working together to make something happen and happy about doing it. 4 of Pentacles, or Earth, 5 of Earth. Eight. 9. I love the pine cones. 10. Ladybugs. Page. Very confident pages, aren't they? The Knight. Staghorns. The Queen. And the Elder. All right. I'm going to see if I can shuffle these. I don't know if I can, if they'll let me. Ruffle shuffle. Oh, it's really tough. It's really tough. It's probably going to be a shuffle this way and a lot of this. That kind of shuffle. All right, I can give these a shuffle. We'll pull a card and we'll see what the message is for the collective, and we'll read out of the book to see how she words things and describes. I always like to read the author's words. One more. Whoops. Well, that one's supposed to come out. All right. They're probably still pretty much in order, but we'll give a good shuffle. Get a message for the collective. They shuffle really well, though. The Knight of Earth. All right, Knight of Earth. Air, water, fire. That's the last one. Earth. Knight. The Knight of Earth lives in the deep old growth forest where the land is humid and lush. It is their job to slowly break down the fallen trees and the bodies of animals who have passed and incorporate them into the soil, or they will be reborn. It's a long, slow process, but their dedication allows the forest to evolve and grow. While walking in the woods, you will see clusters of mushrooms on the fallen, rotting tree. That is the Knight of Earth at work. The Knight of Earth brings the stamina needed to complete a job that takes time and dedication. You want this energy near you when facing a tedious task that you must complete. Think about that time you had to write a paper or on a boring subject or clean your house. The energy that helped you get through that right there, my friend, was the Knight of Earth. Because the energy of the Knight is complex and needs to be balanced, too much of this force can be a not so good thing. Out of balance, the Knight is stubborn and fixates on one small portion of the task. It can lead to pessimistic feelings as you begin to feel as though you will never complete your job in this lifetime or the next. The Knight of Earth also doesn't reverse direction or pivot too quickly. When the Knight of Earth appears in a reading, you need to ask yourself if you are dedicated or just stubborn and unwilling to try something new. Pretty much spot on. That's a great description of it. Love it. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all being here. If you have this deck, if you use this deck, let me know what other decks you have of hers. And I'd like to hear from you. You can let me know what you have, what you use. I have pretty much a lot of them. I don't have the Cat Tarot or anything like that. Again, maybe down the road. Try and get this all in the shot. Anyway, there's the box. There's the deck. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for being here. And let me know how you work with it. What do you pair this with? And we'll go from there. Take care. Stay safe. Be blessed. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a wonderful deck. Very colorful. I love it. Bye for now.